today I'm here to just go with it. I'm joining Dawn at Four Grace Creations and Patty at the Bumbling Crafter, who are hosting this hashtag. And this hashtag is about playing with your scraps and just going with it. So the first thing I did was put together something in which I could put all of my scraps. I had a bunch of papers that were lying around my office, so I grabbed a bit of this wallpaper. On the inside I have an envelope, and I had glued down these flyleaf sheets that I had taken out of some book or other. And so we have a variety of papers that were just lying about my house, including this interesting blue vellum here. I was using this to help clean up my gel plates. This is actually when a library has that plastic cover for hardcover books. This is kind of the inner lining of that. And I got a piece of map. This is a piano roll that was glued onto a book page. So most of the stuff in here is actually book pages. A couple other pieces in here, but I just put this together really quickly in order to have a platform in which to hold things that I will be putting together. And I had a couple pieces of scraps of fabric, which is like this red one here and this one that I tore into two pieces. I had I had bought like a piece of blanket from Madeline Diet, and I had cut these out in order to make it easier for me to use them, and I just found a piece that just happened to work with the other things that I was gathering out of my scrap pile of fabrics. And then I have this lace that I put on here, some bling. So I guess it's time to just go with it. I at first was trying to figure out what kind of scraps I wanted to use. How was it going to get scraps? Am I going to be trading for scraps or what? Then I realized that lots of people had recently gifted me all sorts of pieces that I could be using for this project. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I got these lovely sticker strips from Sandra at Blossom and Inspire, and a bunch of other things from her and other people who were giving away gifts as part of the ATC exchanges that we were doing. I also have a bunch of pieces from Sunset Maple Studio. I have recently gotten some happy mail from Bug at Mediocre Arts and Crafts, as well as Sean, Recycled Messages. So I have just been gifted with a whole lot of stuff, and I guess I should figure out what to make with this. I'll get myself something to glue on. Bug had given me a bunch of things that would make really good bases for things. Like here's a tag that's been ready cut, and I'm thinking maybe this could make a teeny little pocket in the back or some sort of tuck. So I've collected some generic tools. I've got glue, my corner rounder, scissors, and some inks. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. Actually, I might cut it at a jaunty angle. To make it a little easier to get things in and out. And I will just put that aside for a moment, and before working on the front side with some other things. Here we have a library pocket with a library card. I just have a bunch of stuff that could be glued on here, a bunch of stickers, lovely papers. Perhaps this. So we've got this round part here, which will be interesting to work with. I don't know if I'm going to want to figure out how to cut around that. Let's get some of this book page on here and then go from there, perhaps. I think I'm going to just try to tear it off the top in this case once the glue dries, and just have like a bit of a ragged edge up top. And then for this inside library card, I don't know. I don't think I want the same theme there. Maybe some of this. Or maybe I just want a little bit of a decoration up top. Is this a sticker? Not sure. Okay, well, maybe I can make this into a little tab up top here. And I'm probably going to make this the main pocket on the front of my journal. So why don't we just go ahead and add our hashtag here. All right. This paper is really brittle, so it makes it easy to tear that off. And then this colored paper that I was eyeing earlier, maybe I do want a piece of that here, just as a little accent. Oops. Glue stick would be better. I could try doing that trick where you try to pull it off and see how much stays behind. So I guess I'll give this a moment to glue as well before I pull on that corner and see what comes up. And we'll likely put that on there. Looks like I have a piece that could be a belly band, could be a side tuck, could be a bookmark, or otherwise cut up smaller to be something else. Thinking that this one will probably I think some of this might be nice here. Maybe not a whole length of it, or maybe if there's something a little darker. Do these colors go? I feel like these colors go. So how do I want to do this? Maybe I want, do I want it to go across here? Do I want it to go up and down? I think I could make it go up and down. And in which direction do I want it? I think I want it going I'm going to cut off this white edge here. These stickers were created by Sandra at Blossom and Inspire. She took a whole sheet of sticker paper, and then she gel printed on top of it in order to create these patterns, and then she cut them into strips so that they could be easily used. So I feel like this could use a little bit more of something. Maybe, I have so much stuff here that it's hard to choose amongst all of the pieces of scrap that I have. And I don't know if those colors go together. So this is a piece of aged tape that was made by Lisa at Sunset Maple Studios, I believe. Maybe these two can go together. I think, oops, this tape could give it an extra something that could bring it together. Which direction do I want it to go in? All right. Let's come back here and see if I can successfully tear this paper without making it look terrible. Maybe it needs to dry a little further. Got this one piece here. We've got glue going everywhere. Let's see, what else do we have? We have, somebody had glued something onto this book page. I think I could use that. Maybe it could use a little more color. Could use a little more pop there. I might see if I can get something to be used for writing on one side or the other of this. So the green on this piece of paper matches a little bit the green on the outside there. So we'll go with that, and then see if I have any papers that might be used to help with writing on the other side. I could always use the reverse of some of these papers if I wanted to use, have something blank. All right, here we go. We have a piece of book page that had been sliced off of something else. I wonder, I don't know what the flicker is. Might be a bird. Could be a bird. So I think I could probably take my ruler, use it as a tear ruler. And then it's going to be not quite as wide as all of that. And usually you try to put the smaller edge underneath All right, that might not, wasn't super straight, but that's okay. Let's see, does it fit now? Yes, it does. Just wanted to have a little piece there that could be used to line it so that one had a spot to be writing on. It's always nice when you are looking through book pages and you come across a big wide margin like this, especially if it's in an off-white color. So here we go. I could stick this into a pocket. I could glue the back down somewhere. Got some options. All right, what else do we have in here? My hand's got a little sticky there. We have this saving certificate. The back is not as exciting as the front, but we could glue it to something else. I have these cards. Glue it down like that. It is light enough that you could potentially still write on it. So we can go that way. And then we can cut off this edge and around the corners to match. I believe I got this journaling card from Sandra at Blossom and Inspire. I don't know if it was from her or from a friend who was sharing stuff out. I can't recall. Oh no, I think I got this from like a pack that I had bought from her. So I have so many supplies at this point that I just, you know, have to start going through them and not let them go to waste. All right, here we go. We can go ahead and cut off this edge here. So this is certainly my first video that is of a just go with it style of going ahead and working on things without having a real specific plan in mind. So I have, since, you know, I'm pretty new to this videoing thing, I am still trying to figure out how to keep the appropriate amount of conversation going as I'm trying to glue things down and think about what I want to do here. So we've got this. I think it could use a little more something to liven it up. I'm going to go ahead and put this faux stamp on here. So this was a rectangle. I don't know. It was from a magazine. I'd cut this out and using the decorative scissors to get this edge here. And so we have something that could pass for the concept of a stamp. On this side, I have more of this lovely tape. What do I have that might be a little more I should probably just get on with going with it instead of worrying about getting everything to match up really nicely, shouldn't I? Right. This one looks like it would be too warm of a green to really fit this. And I think I'm just looking for something that's a little smaller that would not cover up too much of this savings image here. Shall we go with this? Sure, why not? And then this one, and then was there something else? Yeah, I might put down a little bit of this tape. This die cut is a little tricky to glue because you've got a narrow area to glue things onto. I have a sheets of sticky dots somewhere that you could potentially use to get some fine glue dots on here, which is an option. Okay, and then more of this lovely tape. How do I want to do this? I think it's just going to be by itself up there. Or do I want it to touch? Kind of do want it to touch, but now it's kind of, might be too, oh, okay. How's that? Okay, we can do that. All right, so hopefully this has dried enough that I could try to round this. Okay. I really appreciate that these corners tend to have like a set size so that I can use my corner rounder and get the right shape in there for the most part. That one got a little chopped. I got to figure out what to do with that red ticket right there that is kind of staring at me, wanting a little bit of attention. Maybe I could come up with a collage and then find something to stick it onto. Let's see, maybe some of this. Does that look silly? I think it's a little too much. Okay. The ticket still seems to stand out a lot because it's so bright. Okay, maybe this will tone it down a little. Something like that. Yeah. I wonder where this came from. Not sure if this is even the way up. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to glue this down. Okay. Yep. I just love tags of different colors that are ready-made like this. They're just fun to use. Right. And we'll have this go across just to tone down the red a little bit. All right, then I just need to find something to back it on and we could call it done. We've got maybe this. I could do that and then cut off one piece of there. I don't know if the gray really matches that. I could go this way. I could go this way. Nope, a little too narrow. Here's this postcard that I got from, oh, well, maybe I will just leave that there since it wants to stay. I've got this postcard here. I could do this and then do something to cover up the part that is not covered by this. Yeah, we could do that. All right. Could have a little more of this sticker from Sandra along the bottom. Maybe edging it with a little green would bring the green together on this piece. Yeah. Okay. So here, I'm guessing I want to put the glue on this side because it will curl less than that. So it should be a little easier to handle. Not that I know how to make anything straight, but that could help a little bit in getting this lined up here. And I think the fit is pretty tight here, so I'm probably going to go around with a little bit of ink to help address the little bit of white that's going to be showing on that side here. I guess I could shave it off a little bit too, but you know, I'm not really feeling the desire to go over to my paper cutter at this moment. Okay, so this color or this color. Okay. Well, if I did this, I would have both the green and the reddish if I get the right section down here. Okay. Yeah. All right. We could do that. We could try anyway. And then I could just have it enough to come over the edge and fold over to the other side. So the more that I use Sandra's stickers, the more I appreciate this product of hers, and I'm really excited to see more of it. I'm hoping more will be available so that I can have, you know, more stickers to play with. Because it's just so fun to have, you know, this variety of color in these different patterns just ready to go, to be able to add to things that we're already working on. Yeah. Okay, and then maybe, would it be too much to add a little more on the top? Maybe just a touch. No, I don't want to cover that side. Maybe we'll just go like, no. Oh well, here we are. We're going for it. It's already stuck down. I'm not going to tear that up. Okay, all right. I'm okay with this. I just need to grab a dauber. And pick a color. There's our tried and true vintage photo here. I think that does a really good job at hiding the white edge here that's being exposed. And maybe we'll do a little bit of that to help integrate that sticker with the rest of this. Cool. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Oh man, I have so many pieces that I could be decorating here. I've just been so blessed. This is fun. I don't know if this was stamped or if it came with these markings. It looks like it could have been cut off of something unusual. And then, so maybe this is the writing side and this is the decoration side. And I could use some more of the various things that are lying about my desk that I've already torn up. Take a little piece of this. Put that across the bottom where the margin is showing. Uh-oh. Don't recommend losing the lid of your ink. Just gonna go for it here. Right. Just gonna cut this off here to remove the white from sticking out too much. Uh-oh. Okay, it's already stuck to something, so I'm just gonna go for it. We've gone for it. And I spend a lot of time agonizing about what I'm gonna do, like how I'm gonna line up the stickers. To some extent, it is a little, you know, relieving to have that problem resolved just because something is stuck down and you're not getting it back up. So let's see, what can I put on this other side here? We've got a cute little stamp. We've got more papers that I could tear up. A little more sticker. I think this color would fit here. Yeah. So maybe I will tear it down a little bit and then see if it fits. Oh yeah. Okay. It fits pretty nicely. That is perfect. And it's always nice when you're looking at your scraps and then suddenly things come together as if they were meant to be. I just love that serendipity when it happens, which is more likely to occur if you're just going for it, going with it. So, do I need to add a little bit more here, or will that be overkill? I think we're okay. I don't think we need that. Would it be? No, that one's too blue, too cool shaded to really fit that theme. Does that go? I guess at some point I had cut out, or somebody else had cut out for me, some art images. Okay, I've got, maybe there's a plant here I could use. Maybe this one? I don't know if it'll stand out enough to be considered a focal point, but we can try. See if we can get this in here. All right. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I may want a little bit more contrast on it though. It doesn't seem to stick out quite enough for what I was hoping for. The golden rule of round robin quilts. Okay. Well, I don't know if that... I think what I just need is a little bit of something to differentiate that bottom edge here. Something to help make it stand out. So something like this, just to help it stand out a little more. From this side. Like that? Yeah, like that. One thing about the just going with it is I suspect I'm going to have a messier desk than usual as I'm trying to go forth. Although theoretically you could be cleaning out your desk by having you know, using stuff off of it. I feel like the creative chaos is going to be overcoming my lack of enthusiasm for cleaning, let's say. All right. Cool. So this back here is going to be super usable. I might have put this backwards from what I was thinking, but that's okay. All right, I'm liking this. I think this is a cute journaling card. Looking pretty eclectic. Let's wrap up and see what else we've worked on here. All right, we have this decorated postcard with that lovely ticket. We've got this journaling spot. We have this fold out journaling spot. We've got this journaling spot as well. So I think those are going to be great. Fitting into here. I don't really have lots of pockets here yet, but I've got my internal full spread double pocket here that I could maybe use. Oh, not quite yet. Not quite for this one. Okay. Guess I'll have to go into these lower pockets. That's fine. Well, that's great. So as I make more pockets, I think I need to make more pockets in the next episode. Create some pockets for those things to go into, so that I'm not just relying on this one pocket here, and see how else I could really think about these pages and spruce up the pages themselves. Thanks for watching.